I didn't see you there.
What are you wearing?
Oh, this is my kipao, traditional Chinese garment.
Look, I'm sorry.
No, I would like to introduce you to an empire, though, Ming China. It all began with the Mongols who ruled over China from 1271 to 1368.
What's wrong with the Mongols?
Everything is wrong with the Mongols. They were nomads who ruled over China and much of Eurasia. But it was stopped by this man.
Du Yuanzhang, also known as Hongwu, was the founder of the Ming dynasty. He began as a peasant working in the fields. The Mongols oppressed the peasants to the point of mass starvation. Eventually, enough was enough, and the Chinese peasants, under the leadership of Hongwu, rose up.
Hongwu, a really cool guy, rose to be the creator of the new Ming dynasty. Having no education whatsoever, he recognized the importance of past Chinese practices like civil service exams and the scholar gentry, and began bringing them back. He realized that the civil service exams were very important in creating a competent bureaucracy to help the rest of the country function. The creation of a strong bureaucracy led to higher functionality within the Ming, allowing for a more stable government. The once corrupt scholar gentry slowly died down in the Ming.
You see, the Ming Dynasty tried to create a less corrupt and stronger scholar gentry. The civil service exam became a lot more difficult, and the test was now taken in stages. The first stage qualified you for the next part of the exam. The next part is taken inside of a cubicle where you live for a number of days. Finally, the passing of the last part of this extensive exam allows you to serve in the government.
This test was impossible.
You see, the best part about this bureaucracy was that an effort was made to make it less corrupt. You see, in previous dynasties, the bureaucracy was very corrupt, but that was not the case under Hongwu's reign.
Corrupt scholars were humiliated in public, and some scholars even died from their wounds.
Beating a day keeps the bad bureaucrats away.
Looks like Ming China had a pretty stable bureaucracy.
Wasn't Western Europe way more...
Western Europe? Are you serious right now? Western Europe was a bunch of losers. China had no use for any of the Western European goods, and all the Chinese goods were superior.
What about silver?
We don't talk about silver right here. We talk about gunpowder.
What's gunpowder?
No, I'll cut you off right there, okay? Because China invented gunpowder.
Gunpowder revolutionized the rest of the world and impacted many other aspects of numerous civilizations. Not only did it allow China to protect itself from invaders, but it also allowed those pesky Europeans to do a whole plethora of things, like
Conquering, establishing trade frontiers.
But for some reason, the Europeans just couldn't conquer us. Please enjoy the following message from our happy customers.
I went to Macau to trade, but I ended up giving up all my silver just to come home with a small amount of silk. My king might not be so pleased. Shout out to the Mughal Empire, they were the goat.
I came to Ming China to spread the Christian faith. I met some resistance from Confucianists, but many peasants have taken a liking to the holy god. However, all these heathens must be shown the way. The Chinese emperor has kindly allowed us to stay, for he looks fondly at our powerful technology.
See, folks, what I tell you about Ming China, it's better than Europe. Ming China, remember, Ming China is back. Gunpowder transformed military. Now peasants can join the military without any formal training and help out, and the governments became more stable.
But wouldn't Western Europe be better because they had more diverse uses for gunpowder?
Well, they wouldn't have gunpowder if Ming China didn't invent it for them. Plus, Ming China had a lot of creative uses for gunpowder.
Like what?
Well, they had fire lances, which were basically handheld flamethrowers, and fireworks, and war rockets.
War rockets?
Yeah, war rockets.
Ming China seems to be really ahead of their time.
Well, they were.
Ming art was far superior to European art. How so, you ask? Well, the surplus of wealth entering the Ming through the trade led to more patronage in Asia. In fact, not only did it lead to the development of the Chinese novel, but it also led to more developments in music and art. During the Ming, song painting styles were expanded upon. Painting became more and more detailed, and there was a great emphasis on strokes, so forms like calligraphy could be a pretty big focus in the Ming.
I don't know if I'm going to purchase Ming China. I really have to hear everything there is to know about it. Like a good neighbor, my Ming China expert is here. Hi there, friend. Here to explore Ming China? Sure, tell me anything you know about the Ming Dynasty. Well, how about the 4 classic novels? The 4 what? Literature written in Chinese history. They've had really significant effects on our culture and really influence the way we make our decisions here in Ming China. They include Journey to the West, Water Margin, Dream of the Red Chamber, and The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Probably familiar with Journey to the West. It's about a highly intelligent monkey who travels to India to accompany a monk whose job is to save India from its sins. Seems awfully similar to something in Europe. But wait, there's more. Characters in Journey to the West have magical powers. And what exactly does that change? Well, does every civilization offer you a story about a magical monkey who kicks butt to save India? Well, you do bring up a pretty fair point. That is pretty cool. Sure it is. And just remember, Ming is everything you love about China, but better. Let's talk about something else.
You know, I always thought that China lagged behind in art during this time period.
Oh, that is not true, my friend. Let me show you some classic Ming artwork from this time period.
This artwork represents many of the Ming ideologies towards painting at the time. The visible strokes, for instance, capture a simple concept that is built upon until it becomes much more complex. Another strong aspect of the Ming we see here is the choice of really vibrant colors in order to capture the majesty of the individuals who request the artwork. There are also huge jumps in musical development. A lot of melodious and beautiful music developed in the Ming, especially from people like Wei Liangfu. Ming music emphasizes different aspects of traditional Chinese music based on the area of Chinese music is written in. More southern Chinese music have greater emphasis on string instruments, while the north tend to focus on wind instruments like bamboo flutes. Arguably, some of the best music of the time is Ming music.
Now, have you heard about the great and honorable Zheng He?
No.
Well, he was a Chinese admiral of the Chinese fleet during the Ming Dynasty, and his ships had some of the largest cannons.
Well, didn't Europe also have ships?
Well, yes, Europe had some very nice ships, but none of them were as big as the Chinese treasure ships that were 450 feet long, and were in fleets of over 60 ships.
Wow, that's a lot of ships.
Yes, it is. More than any other dynasty at this time period. In fact, some of these ships made it all the way to Arabia, and Zheng He was able to make his Hajj.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Looks like Chinese maritime technology could have rivaled that of Western Europe's.
Well, yeah, maybe Western Europe isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Well, no, but they still had some pretty nice ships.
Not cool, man. Stop talking about Europe.
You know, the fact that the Ming have so many ships really tells you about how wealthy the Ming are. Imagine the cost to build a treasure ship. Now, imagine the cost to build a fleet of over 60 ships. The Ming's economy must have been booming.
Yeah, the expeditions were a real show of power and wealth. The Ming economy is the best in the world, and we hope to keep it that way.
Is this silver?
Don't touch that.
Why did the Ming decide to show off instead of use their expeditions in a practical manner?
Oh, it was to assert our dominance in a more diplomatic way, because we know, unlike the Europeans, that stealing land is wrong. Anyways, life is good here in Ming China, and the economy is booming. There's really high demand for Ming goods, and when the time comes to defend ourselves, we can defend ourselves with iron and gunpowder.
Oh, sounds really promising. A lot better than trying to move across the world in a European rowboat.
Just remember, everything you love about the Ming is everything you love about China, but better.
Ming China's population surge can be mainly contributed to better agricultural techniques. These improvements occur as a result of a change in technology that makes farming more efficient and makes larger yields of crops simpler to maintain. This would be especially crucial for the growth of crops like maize that would be able to sustain large numbers of the population with little to no concern over the growing conditions.
Main products?
Yeah, I'm sure you do. They're incredible. They make life so much easier. No, I don't believe I have. Me? Have you ever used a Yoma encyclopedia? No, I haven't. It contains general information on various subjects like agriculture and history. It's extremely useful because now we don't have to memorize anything. We could just, kind of whenever we feel like it, look it up and bam, there it is. Wow, this does seem really useful. Is this the only one you have? Yeah, that's the only one in the world. Wow, tell me more about these products. The bristle toothbrush, which will revolutionize the world of dental hygiene. Amazing. How do I use it? Well, you kind of open up your mouth like this and kind of scrub around inside to get all the food out of your teeth. Wow, it's that simple? You'll finally get all that pesky corn out of my mouth. Yeah, so next time you see a bristle brush, just remember, it's everything you love about China, but back better than ever.
I totally love about Ming China. Would you like to join the Ming China Club for only $19.99 a month?
No, that's alright. I think I'll...
But wait, what if I throw in a free brochure and a key pow? Don't forget, Ming China is everything I love about China, except better.
Well, you have convinced me that Ming China is the best, so I guess I will join Ming China.
And you too can join Ming China for only $19.99 a month plus shipping and handling. And you'll get a free key pow and a brochure. Don't forget, Ming China is everything you love about China and better.
And you too, Mrs. Keelbach, can join Ming China for just a special discounted price of 5 points.